I am with you now, closer than your next breath, closer than the hush between heartbeats, speaking to you. So you will not mistake this moment for anything ordinary, because today is not ordinary, and you are not ordinary, and the words you are reading are not accidental. I have watched you walk through nights that seemed endless and mornings that arrived heavy. And I have counted the tears you thought no one saw. And I have written your name upon my hand so that not a single fear or need or unanswered question could fall away from my remembrance. Today on September 24th, I am drawing a line in your story, a dividing place between what has been and what will be. And I am placing before you one gift that will change the course of your life. Not because things were meaningless before, but because the meaning I planted in you is ready to bloom in a way you could hardly imagine. Do not skip this. Lean in, breathe, and listen, because I am talking to you. And Archangel Michael stands at your side as a keeper of courage to ensure you do not let this pass you by. You have asked me often, when will the weight lift? When will the answer come? When will it be my turn? And you have asked me in the quiet with words, and sometimes without words, only the ache. I have heard every time. I have never been distant. I have never been undecided. There were seeds I placed in the ground of your life that demanded seasons. Rain, sun, cold, silence before they could break the surface with the kind of strength that can survive the winds. You mistook the silence for absence, but it was gestation. You called the cold a rejection, but it was preservation. Today, I tell you, the waiting has ripened. Today, I put into your hands the one thing you need to step from hoping into having. I give you clarity. And with clarity, I give you favor. And with favor, I give you a door no one can close. Clarity is the map your heart has needed. It is the swift removal of fog from the valley you are crossing. It is the voice within you saying this way, and the fear that once stitched your feet to the ground, releasing its hold. You have carried many ideas like lanterns with weak batteries, flickering, unreliable, sometimes more confusing than helpful. I am changing the power source. Your lamp will not dim in the wind. Your lamp will shine in the wind. You will look at choices that once felt equal, and you will know natively deeply which one is life. Archangel Michael stands at your right hand to steady your steps, to cut loose the cords of second gain, to silence the hiss of doubt that wraps around good things and calls them dangerous. Hear me. You do not need to prove your worth to accept what I am giving. It is not a wage, it is an inheritance. Favor follows clarity, because when you know where to go, the doors I ordained recognize you on sight. The opportunity that will appear, and it will appear, has your name engraved upon it from a date long before today. But today is the unveiling. There is a conversation aligning even now, and a message readying even now, and a face you have not yet seen, or have seen but not recognized as a helper. And they are being moved into your path without effort from you other than your willingness to walk forward. This is not a random kindness. It is a scheduled convergence. You worried that you had missed your time. I tell you the time could not miss you, because I am time's maker and you are in my hand. Do not say, but I am not ready, because readiness has been happening in rooms you forgot you entered. Every no you endured without becoming bitter, every unseen act of integrity, every quiet yes to goodness when no one applauded. These were trainings. They shaped your hands to carry what comes next without dropping it, without letting it deform you, without letting it become a tower built on fear. Today, I give you the one thing that changes how you hold everything else. A heart that trusts me without the old bargain. You used to say, if you do this, I will believe. And I do not condemn you for that, because pain teaches bargains. But now I am setting you free from that contract of anxiety. You will believe because I am, not because I perform on your timeline. And from that belief you will see performances, doors, healings, reconciliations, provision that are not bribes, but overflow. Archangel Michael says to you now, do not negotiate with your past. It will try to rewrite the meaning of this moment by reminding you of every failed try, every half-built bridge, every person who said you were too late, too strange, too much, too small. He draws his sword not against people, but against the patterns that kept inviting you back into the same room of disappointment. Patterns are being cut. Your permission is simple. Refuse to call yourself by old names. You are not the one who almost. You are not the one who tries. You are not the one who waits for permission. You are the one I chose. You are the one I mean tell for such a day as this. You are the one I trust with more, because more will not seduce you away from me. It will bind you closer in gratitude and clarity. You fear that accepting good things will invite jealousy or attack. Hear me. Jealousy will not choose your seasons. I will. Attack will not write your agenda. I will. I am not inviting you into a fragile blessing that shatters under gaze or rumor. I am inviting you into a robust blessing that grows stronger under scrutiny. Like a tree whose roots seek deeper waters, the more the winds test it. Michael patrols the perimeter of your new territory. He is not an idea. He is an assignment. He is commissioned to keep your path clear of sabotages you cannot see, to nudge you away from the false shortcuts that cost years, to tug you back when you drift toward the softness of old distractions. Yield to that guidance. When you feel the small check inside, honor it. When you feel the small go inside, honor it. That sensitivity is part of the gift I am giving today. There is something else I place in your hands. Reconciliation, where you thought only rubble remained. Not every relationship, not every door from the past, but the one that matters to your future, like a hinge matters to a door's swing. You will not need to force it. It will open with one honest sentence at the right time, and pride will not be present in that room. Prepare your heart to speak without accusation and to listen without defensiveness. Begin rehearsing gratitude for that meeting as if it has already happened, because in my timeline it has. The rain that seemed to ruin the field has been watering a deeper seed. You will see it. You have asked me for provision and then tried to pre-write the way it should arrive. Today I am untying your hands from the script. Provision will come in a form that honors your dignity and uses your gifts, not in a form that shames you or makes you smaller. Expect both the work and the wonder. Expect ideas that turn into invoices and introductions that turn into steady streams, and one unexpected yes that multiplies into 5. Expect to sleep without counting the cost as a monster under the bed. Expect to bless others without the fear of being emptied. Archangel Michael will remind you, generosity is not subtraction. In my kingdom, generosity is multiplication that begins invisible and ends undeniable. On this day, September 24th, I am also healing the inner timeline you carry. The one that says, you are behind. You are not behind. You are precisely where the story needed you to be, so that when the modest door opened, you would recognize it as the entrance to a cathedral. Do not despise small beginnings. Not because you must be content with smallness forever, but because seed-sized starts are how I train you to see forests. When the first confirmation comes, and it will be small but piercingly accurate, speak out loud, I receive, and you will feel the hinge swing wider. When the second confirmation comes, it will reach you through a person you did not consider relevant. Say again, I receive. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give supper thanks with contributions of up to $120. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. And you will feel a peace settle in your stomach like warm light. When the third confirmation comes, it will arrive through your own hands, doing the ordinary with unusual ease. Say, I walk forward, and do not turn around to see who understands. Walk. I remove the sentence, I am unlucky, from your vocabulary. You are not the accident child of chance. You are the beloved child of purpose. Luck is a language for those who do not yet know the orchestration of grace. Grace has been stalking you kindly, arranging missed buses that saved you, delayed emails that spared you, closed rooms that redirected you. Today you will see grace in real time. You will wake to messages that align. You will feel the loosening in your chest you used to chase in lesser ways. You will notice the numbers, the times, the phrases that repeat like breadcrumbs. And you will follow them without superstition, with grounded trust. You will sleep tonight in a way that tells your bones a new chapter has begun. There are assignments attached to this gift. They are simple but non-negotiable. Speak well of your life as if your words water it, because they do. Set aside one fear story you keep retelling and retire it. It earned its ending, and you are free to stop reading it to yourself. Sanctify your mornings for a short time. Minutes that belong to nothing and no one but me. And in those minutes ask two questions. What is the next faithful step, and who can I bless today? And then act on the answer without delay. Faithfulness in small things is not an exam. It is alignment. I do not grade you. I grow you. Michael is lowering a mirror to your spirit. Look, you will see not the tired face of someone who has failed test after test, but the quiet power of someone who learned how to remain when storms shouted run. This is why I can trust you with this turning point. You will not worship the gift. You will worship the giver. You will not hoard what I place in your hand. You will recognize that rivers do not apologize for flowing. They simply keep to their course, and everything along their banks lives because they do. Prepare for the small discomfort of outgrowing old rooms. Some conversations will no longer fit. Some entertainments will feel hollow. Some clever opinions will suddenly sound like paper doors in a house that needs stone. Do not be cruel to your old self. Honor them for surviving, but do not stay to keep them comfortable. Invite them forward by walking forward. The ones who are meant to walk with you will find their stride and join you without resentment. The ones who do not will bless you without words by stepping aside. Let it be. You are asking, what is the one thing it is? This I am placing into your spirit, an irreversible yes. Not the kind you forced before, not the kind you perform for others, not the kind that collapses when questioned, but a yes that began in me and will keep beating even when you sleep. This yes will make decisions easier. It will curtail detours before they waste your months. It will make resilience feel natural. It will attract the right labor and the right laughter. It will make you bold without making you harsh. It will make you gentle without making you weak. It will make you whole. From this, yes, will come the visible things, contracts and calls, reconciliations and restorations, doors and deliverances. But do not mistake the fruit for the root. Guard the root. How? By remembering that I love you before you move a single inch. That I am with you whether the day sparkles or stings. That I do not measure you with the ruler of speed or spectacle. That I am not impatient with your humanity. Talk to me the way you would talk to a friend who never weaponizes your honesty. Talk to me when the confirmation delays. Talk to me when it arrives faster than you feel ready to handle. Talk to me in the grocery aisle and in the doorway and between meetings. I am there. I will answer. I am lifting a heaviness from your household. Atmospheres respond to faith, and yours is shifting now. Rooms will feel brighter even before the curtains are drawn. Food will taste like nourishment, not like a task. Music will find you when you need it. The small joke will arrive at exactly the right time to unclench the day. You will notice these things because I am training your eyes for wonder. Again, wonder is not childish. Wonder is strategic. It is the lens that lets you notice resources you used to overlook. There is a dream you put away because it embarrassed you to still want it after all this time. Go find where you stored it. It is not naive. It is part of your assignment, and it will make room for others to breathe easier because you pursued it. I will show you how to approach it without the old pressure. It will unfold in stages, and each stage will carry its own joy. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give supper thanks with contributions of up to $120. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. You will not need to pretend to be someone else to do it. Authenticity will be your magnet. Service will be your strategy. Excellence will be your language. Peace will be your pace. Beware of the voice that tells you to delay happiness until everything is perfect. Perfection is an idol that shuts mouths. Joy is a river that opens them. Choose joy today precisely because not everything is sorted yet. Let that choice become a prophecy your life fulfills. Laughter will return not as a guest but as a resident. Gratitude will become your effortless second language. Gratitude is not denial. Gratitude is the courage to name light while you continue to steward what remains in shadow. You are safe with me. I know the private details you have not spoken aloud to anyone. I know the parts of your hope you fear are silly. I know the emptiness you carry like a secret pocket in your coat. Nothing in you is hidden from me, and nothing in you makes me flinch. I am not analyzing you like a problem. I am loving you like a father and equipping you like a captain. When you feel the flutter of anxiety in the next days, put your hand on your chest and say, "Peace, be still," and feel Michael's presence settle the air. When you feel the old temptation to self-sabotage, name it, laugh lightly at it, and step around it. It has already lost its teeth. I seal this day, September 24th, as a memorial stone in your memory. Return to it when you begin to doubt. Say, "On that day I heard, and on that day something inside me said yes." Watch how quickly I answer that, remembering with fresh signs. I am not teasing you with crumbs. I am feeding you with bread. I am not offering a mirage. I am leading you to a spring. I am not dangling hope like a prize you must win. I am handing you hope like breath you must receive. Walk forward now. Expect the message. Expect the door. Expect the kindness that seems almost too tailored to be real. Expect to be surprised by the ease of the first step and the strength you feel on the second and the joy that bubbles on the third. Expect your face to soften. Expect your words to carry unusual weight when you encourage another. I will anoint your tongue for comfort. Expect the place you call home to feel like sanctuary again. Expect your sleep to prophesy rest into your days. Expect the sound of your own laughter to free someone else from a fear they have carried too long. I am with you. I am for you. I am not finished, and neither are you. Receive the one thing I give you now. An irreversible yes, clarity that steadies, favor that opens, protection that attends, and peace that anchors. And carry it into the next hour as if light itself has linked arms with you. Because it has. Archangel Michael says, "Do not try to skip this." And I say, why would you? The door is open. The way is bright. Your name is known. Step. I am with you, and I am speaking to you now because your heart has been waiting for a sound that only I can make, a breath that only I can give, a light that only I can turn on inside you. I have watched the quiet ways you've tried to be strong, the fragile hours when the nights seem too heavy, the noise of the world too loud, and the doubts too many. I saw the moments you pretended to be fine, so no one would worry, and the moments you hid because you worried no one would understand. I have counted every tear and woven them into a testimony. I have stood beside your door even when you felt alone inside your room. I have heard the questions you asked in silence, and today I answer not with explanations that pass, but with a gift that remains. Today on September 24th, I send my messenger Michael to stand at your threshold and to say what heaven has been preparing. You will be happy not by coincidence but by appointment, because I am placing one thing into your life that will change your days and reframe your nights. Do not skip this moment. Listen with your whole heart. You have wondered if the delays meant denial, if the waiting meant abandonment, if the closed doors meant you were forgotten. They did not. The waiting has been the womb of what I am now bringing forth. The delay has been the discipline that trained your sight to distinguish glitter from gold, noise from truth, popularity from purpose. You are not late. You are right on time for the unveiling I planned long before you felt the ache of longing. Today is marked. This date is written in my book like a sunrise no cloud can hide. The thing I am giving you is not a trinket that breaks under pressure, not a wish that dissolves in heat, not a passing opportunity dressed as destiny. It is a key, and with it you will no longer rattle the handle of a locked life. With this key you will move with calm certainty through the doors I open. With this key you will stop begging at thresholds that were never yours. With this key you will remember who you are when fear tries to rename you. You have asked me for many things. Some I withheld because they were too small for your calling, and some because the timing would have fractured what I was growing in you. You thought the blessing was far away. The blessing was busy taking root under your feet. You could not see it because seed time is silent and hidden, but roots have been gripping the soil of your story, and now they push upward, breaking the surface with strength. Today I want you to feel the shift, not as a sudden magic, but as a steady unveiling. I am not tossing you a lifeline from a distance. I am stepping into the boat and setting the course. The waves have been loud, but your captain is louder. The storm did not choose you. I chose you. The wind did not appoint you. I appointed you. And what I appoint, I anoint. What I start, I finish. What I promise, I perform. Archangel Michael is positioned at your side to remove what tries to take what I'm giving. Do not fear the faces of those who misunderstood you. Do not be distracted by the commentary of those who did not carry your cross and cannot crown your calling. I have taught you to recognize the difference between counsel and control, between honest concern and subtle manipulation. The one thing I give you on this day will free you from the need to explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. It will free you from the rehearse and regret cycle in your mind. It will free you from the fear of missing out, because what is for you will find you in full daylight and call you by your true name. You will no longer run after what cannot see you. The chase ends today. You have thought the breakthrough would be a number, a document, a signature, a doorbell at midnight, a miracle typed in capital letters for the world to applaud. Your imagination touched the frame. My intention fills the canvas. What I give is not merely an event, but an alignment. I am aligning your inner world with my voice, your decisions with my wisdom, your pace with my timing. You will not race to catch up. You will walk with me and arrive unhurried and right on time. The key I place in your spirit will lock out panic and unlock peace. Your next steps will have clarity you can feel in your bones. Your yes will be whole. Your no will be clean. Your boundaries will be blessed, not burdensome. Where confusion once felt like fog, understanding will feel like morning. Where you once grasped for signs, you will now move from knowing. Do not stumble over the simplicity of this gift. Many look for thunder and overlook the whisper that changes everything. Many seek a spectacle and miss the substance. The one thing I give you will look simple like a seed, but its harvest will be vast. It will take away the taste of regret from choices you made when wounded. It will take away the need to replay conversations to justify yourself. It will anchor your identity so deeply in me that criticism will become feedback you can sort, not poison you must drink. It will quiet your nervous system and awaken your courage. You will breathe differently. You will move differently. You will choose differently, not from fear of losing, but from security in being loved. Love is the atmosphere of your next season. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give supper thanks with contributions of up to $120. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. Love is the logic of your steps. Love is the river that carries you forward without drowning what you've learned. Today, on this marked day, I turn the page with you. Not away from your story, but into your story. The chapters of disappointment are not erased. They are repurposed. The names that tried to label you will slide off like rain off a sealed window. The private aches you never told anyone will find their answer. Not in an apology from those who hurt you, but in my presence healing what they cannot reach. You are not the rumor others believe, not the mistake you made, not the moment you wish you could undo. You are the one I have chosen to carry a sound, steady, clear, trustworthy. People will lean in because they will hear my cadence in your kindness, my strength in your gentleness, my truth in your clarity. Do not be afraid when old invitations come back wrapped in new language. Not every opportunity is an opening, and not every opening is meant for you. You will discern the difference because I am refining your appetite. The cravings that once dragged you into detours will lose their flavor. The patterns that once felt inevitable will become optional and then obsolete. Where you once fought against yourself, you will now cooperate with grace. Michael will help you recognize the counterfeit doors that lead to rooms without windows. He will help you recognize the familiar patterns that try to dress up as progress. He will lift the veil from flattery and reveal whether honor is present. You will not be purchased by praise nor paralyzed by rejection. You will be steady because I am steady in you. I have seen how often you needed reassurance, so I am building reassurance into your days. You will begin to notice small confirmations arriving like quiet nods from heaven at the exact moments you would have doubted yourself. A phrase spoken by a stranger, a timing that lines up, a peace that refuses to be pushed around. These are the petals of a larger flower I am opening. Do not idolize confirmations. Receive them as courtesies. Do not worship the signs. Walk with the one who sends them. Your faith is not in flashes of light, but in the light that does not flicker. Your hope is not in outcomes you can control, but in the one who holds you when control is impossible. Your joy will stop negotiating with circumstances and will start drawing from the spring I place inside you. That spring will not run dry. The key I give you today is the authority to agree with me about you. You have agreed with fear about you. You have agreed with shame about you. You have agreed with scarcity about you. Those agreements are broken now. Say what I say over your life. When I call you beloved, do not call yourself a burden. When I call you chosen, do not call yourself a mistake. When I call you equipped, do not call yourself behind. When I call you healed, do not call yourself hopeless. Your mouth is a steering wheel. Your words chart a course. Do not use your voice to rehearse defeat. Use your voice to cooperate with promise. If you stumble, stand up within my arms. There is no safer place to learn how to walk than held by love. If you forget, I will remind you, not with harshness, but with the kindness that makes remembrance sweet. On this day, I also remove the weight of comparison. The lives around you are not your map. I have not called you to copy the choreography of another's grace. You will stop measuring your worth by the speed of someone else's journey. I am not late to you. I am precise. The door I open does not lead to a stage where you must perform your way into belonging. It leads to a table where you are known, where you can eat in peace, where laughter returns without the need to impress. You do not need a costume. You are already clothed in favor. You do not need a script. I will place my words in your mouth as you need them. You do not need to earn your place. I established your place before you knew to ask for it. I speak to the fatigue that sits behind your eyes and the tightness that lives in your chest. I say, be still, and it listens. I speak to the fear that anticipates loss even in the presence of blessing. I say, be unmade, and it loosens its grip. I speak to the vigilance that never relaxes, that scans the horizon for problems and misses the sunrise of promise. I say rest, and it learns a new rhythm. The world taught you that safety only comes from constant control. I teach you that safety grows from constant communion. Stay near me. Talk to me in the small minutes, not only in the crisis. You will discover that peace is not an emergency exit. It is a home you carry. You will find that joy is not a reward for perfect outcomes. It is the strength that carries you through imperfect moments. You will remember that hope is not fragile optimism. It is the anchor that holds when the current pulls. Michael stands at the gate, not to keep good from you, but to keep harm out. He is not there to make you suspicious. He is there to make you wise. Wisdom is not paranoia. Wisdom is clarity dressed in compassion, truth carried by love. With this key, you will no longer open yourself to voices that train you to distrust your own God-given discernment. You will listen, yes, but you will also sift. You will consider, yes, but you will also conclude. And your conclusions will be steady, not anxious, because I will be the stillness within them. Do not be surprised when some relationships shift. Not all distance is loss, some distance is oxygen. Not all closeness is loyalty, some closeness is control. I am pruning you for fruit, not for emptiness. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give supper thanks with contributions of up to $120. I pay men to get blessing, 100 million. Every cut has purpose. Every removal makes room. You will thank me for the space I create, even if it feels strange at first. There is a song you will begin to hum without trying. It will sound like gratitude that does not need a reason, but finds one anyway. It will sound like trust that does not demand a blueprint, but walks under a faithful sky. It will sound like freedom that does not shout to be heard, but changes the atmosphere by simply being. That song is the music of your new season. You will find yourself responding differently to the same triggers. What once provoked you will now inform you. What once defined you will now refine you. What once drained you will no longer find a straw in you. You will not be a reservoir for other people's projections. You will be a river of what I actually place in you. Clean, steady, life-giving. You have feared missing it. Hear me. You cannot miss what I place in your hands. You cannot miss what I designed to meet you when you arrive. I am not asking you to sprint or strain or scramble. I am asking you to agree, to receive, to align. I am not centralizing power outside you. I am activating power within you, the same power that raised my son from the dead, the power that makes deserts bloom and makes dry bones stand. You will not worship the key. You will worship the one who wrote your name and then handed you authority. You will use this key in the mundane and the momentous. In conversations that used to collapse into confusion, you will find words and decisions that used to paralyze you. You will find movement in mornings that used to feel heavy. You will find lift. Remember the dreams you put on a high shelf because you grew tired of expecting and then explaining why it hadn't happened yet. Climb the small steps of today and bring those dreams down. Dust them off. Some were not wrong. They were early. Some were not wrong. They were missing the frame of wisdom this journey has given you. Some were not wrong. They were waiting for you to become the person who could hold them without being held hostage by them. Now you are that person. Not because you became perfect, but because you became honest. Honesty is a door I always bless. Mercy has been your tutor. Humility your companion. These two will walk with you into the rooms I open. Their presence will keep you free where success tries to seduce, and steady where challenges try to shake. You will also notice my kindness in the way I correct you. I do not embarrass my children, I empower them. When I show you a better way, it is because I am protecting your harvest. When I call you away from a habit, it is because I am safeguarding your peace. When I redirect your steps, it is because I see the cliff beyond the curve. You will learn to love correction because you will taste the safety inside it. This is maturity, joy in guidance, ease in obedience, eagerness and surrender. You are not losing yourself by saying yes to me. You are finding the self I imagined when I breathed you into being. That self is not anxious. That self is not resentful. That self is not defined by scarcity. That self is generous, courageous, creative, and calm. I am unveiling that self in you now. If fear tries to argue with this day, answer it with gratitude. If shame tries to replay its accusations, answer it with testimony. If scarcity tries to shrink your decisions, answer it with vision. The key I give you is not an escape from reality. It is authority within reality. I do not promise a path without resistance. I promise a presence that breaks resistance. I do not promise a life without choices. I promise wisdom that makes those choices life-giving. I do not promise a world without storms. I promise a house built on rock. You have been learning to build even when you felt like you were only surviving. Look again at your foundations. They are stronger than you think. Look again at your resilience. It is purer than you think. Look again at your faith. It is more alive than you realize. Life tried to suffocate it. I have been oxygen all along. Today is not about earning. Today is about receiving. Stand where you are. Breathe where you are. And say yes. Not a performative yes. Not a fearful yes. Not a bargain yes. Just a true yes. I will do the lifting. I will do the arranging. I will do the protecting. You will do the agreeing, the walking, the thanking. This simplicity will disarm your old anxiety. It will feel almost too easy to trust me like this. But trust is not ease. Trust is alignment. You will look back at this date and call it the hinge. You will say, that was the day the room turned, the day the window opened, the day the voice inside me began to speak with confidence. You will say, that was the day I learned that obedience is not loss, but leverage. You will say, that was the day I stopped running from myself and started running with God. Archangel Michael will guard the perimeter of your peace. He will attend to the loose ends that do not deserve your focus. He will handle what used to consume your hours, so you can devote your hours to what multiplies your life. You will be surprised at the time you reclaim the energy that returns, the imagination that wakes up. With imagination, you will solve problems that once felt permanent. With imagination, you will build what seems missing. With imagination, you will find joy in the practice, not just the product. I am not merely giving you outcomes. I am giving you a way of being that produces outcomes without costing your soul. This is why you will be happy today. Not because life suddenly owes you ease, but because love has shifted the center of your gravity. You will stop bracing for impact and start leaning into grace. Watch how I arrange encounters. Some meetings will feel small. They will not be small. A sentence will point you in a direction that alters your year. A kindness you offer will return as favor you didn't ask for. A door will seem ordinary. You will step through and find yourself in a room saturated with purpose. Do not underestimate the daily. Destiny often wears work clothes. Fulfillment often shows up as faithfulness. You will not despise small beginnings because you will see me in them. The spectacular will be a byproduct of sustained surrender, not a substitute for it. Celebrate the quiet wins, Mark them. Tell me thank you out loud. Let your space hear your gratitude and learn your new normal. I also place courage in your relationships. You will tell the truth without cruelty and set boundaries without bitterness. You will forgive without re-entering harm and love without losing yourself. You will stop confusing chaos with passion. You will stop confusing familiarity with safety. You will stop confusing attention with affection. I will show you who can be trusted with your tenderness and who can be honored from a distance. This discernment will feel like breathing for the first time after a long underwater swim. You will not gasp anymore. You will inhale peace and exhale clarity. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give supper thanks with contributions of up to $120. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. Your future will thank you for the conversations you choose to have and the ones you choose to release. You are not obligated to keep promises you never made. You are invited to keep covenant with the truth I put in you. Closer than the quiet pulse beneath your skin, speaking into the very place you keep hidden from the noise and the hurry. Hear me. Today is not ordinary. Today is the day I marked. The day I whispered long ago into the folds of time. The day I chose to press something new into your hands. Archangel Michael has stood watch through your long midsummer nights, through your doubts and your aching prayers. And he speaks what I have decided. You will be happy on this day, September 24th, because I am giving you one thing that will change the way your life moves forward. Do not shrink back. Do not rehearse old disappointments as if they were prophecies. What once broke you does not have permission to write your future. I am writing it now, and I am writing it in a language your heart understands. You have looked at closed doors and wondered if you were the lock everyone forgot the key to. You have rehearsed the words maybe later, not yet, perhaps never, as if they were part of your name. But I know your true name. I formed it before your first sunrise. I bent close when you were small and told the wind to carry my promise to you. And today that wind returns. Michael has held it like a sealed scroll. And now I break the seal. The gift I place within you today is not flimsy or fleeting. It does not depend on whether people applaud you or whether the weather turns in your favor. It is a living seed with my breath inside, and it will not fail to grow. You have thought that some miracles arrive loudly with trumpets and bright banners, and that because you heard no trumpet, you were somehow overlooked. But hear me, my most transforming gifts often arrive as a warm certainty in your chest, a clarity that unknots your fear, a steadying of your steps where there was stumbling. You are not overlooked. You are overshadowed by my goodness, by my hand that shields and guides. I have watched you stand in the middle of confusion and still choose honesty. I have watched you drop what was heavy even when your hands trembled. I have watched you give compassion when you felt empty yourself. I remember it all. Your quiet faithfulness has been a bridge across a deep ravine. And I am walking across that bridge towards you now. There have been nights when your pillow felt like a ledger of every worry you could not pay. Yet notice how you survived what said it would swallow you whole. Notice how even while afraid, you still hoped. Hope is a key I recognize anywhere. When you hoped, you were touching me. You thought you were alone with your thoughts, but Michael stood at your doorway. He counted your tears, not as losses, but as seeds. You cannot see yet the field all those seeds have grown into. But today, on this date, you have circled in your heart. I open a gate in the hedgerow and tell you to walk in. The field is yours, the harvest is yours. And the one thing I give you now will teach you how to gather it. You asked me for a map, for coordinates, for a headline that proves what I'm saying.